My name is Steve Congemi, and this is my wife Kathy, and we've been attending Harvest for 12 years. One of the main reasons we moved down from Wisconsin to Illinois, I got involved in the financial markets. And then in 2004, my partner and I, we resigned from the bank we were working at and started our own company. At the height of our company, we were managing in excess of $50 million.
We were comfortable, things were good. We weren't really worrying about money. We didn't have to worry about how we were going to pay our bills.
And then in 2012, things changed dramatically. The firm that we entrusted to hold all our clients' assets, the man in charge of that company had been embezzling, stealing, borrowing against his own company for his own personal wealth. I'm here at home. I get a text message from my partner to call him and nothing else.
I could tell something was very wrong. And I looked at him and his face was completely white. And when he got off the phone, I asked him, how bad is it? And he said it's as bad as it can get.
Friday, authorities arrested Peregrine Financial Group CEO Russell Wassendorf Sr. In a suicide note left behind, Wassendorf confessed to taking part in a 20-year scheme to steal more than $200 million from PFG customers.
Russell Wassendorf Sr. is now being called the Midwest Madoff.
We went from a place of having a comfortable life to not knowing how we were going to pay our bills, if we were going to be able to make a mortgage payment, if we were going to be able to put food on the table.
I had to humble myself to do whatever I needed to do. Isaiah 43, 2-4, where God talks about when you go through deep waters, that He's going to go with you. And that really stuck out to me when I realized that I'm not going around this. I'm going to go through it. And His word promises He's going with me. Kathy and I together, we decided that we weren't going to recoil from the Lord. In the midst of this crisis, we learned pretty quickly that we are going to move towards the Lord in this. And we are going to take together, we're going to take everything that we understood, everything we believed, everything we've been taught, and we were going to step out on it and trust the Lord in it and find hope in the situation.
We watched God do miraculous things. I remember one night, Steve had picked me up and I was done, and we went to the gas station and didn't have much, and we needed to put some gas in the car and didn't know how much to put in, and Steve was out getting ready to pump the gas, and he leaned in the window and he told me that the pump said that it was prepaid, that there was $20 that somebody had prepaid already. And we were just looking around like, did somebody forget and drive off? What happened? And we just realized that God did that. He knew what we were going through, and we were going to be okay. Neighbors and the church and family just surrounded us. Friends would send beautiful handwritten cards with checks for just large amounts of money. Car repairs miraculously being taken care of. Our air conditioner went out not long after this had happened, and somebody saw a post I had written on Facebook and wanted to help. Just the fact that they were going to finance it for us and give us a monthly payment that we could afford to pay off the business was truly from God. we got news on that same day that he took over the business that the bank called us and talked to Steve and said they had finally given us a loan modification and just basically said, Mr. Kangemi, you can keep your home.
We went from everything being taken away and hope destroyed to new hope found only through Christ in his direction.
I feel like my faith before this all happened was good, but I feel now, having gone through this, my faith is deep. My faith and trust in God is deeper than it's ever been.
God really showed me his goodness, and it really reignites hope in us that God is providing and God will continue to provide. Through this situation, he's shown himself to be just the great provider that we always believed he was, always been taught he was. He's been that one solid rock that we could stand on. Through everything else, when everything else was falling apart, we only had one thing to stand on, and that was God and God's word alone.